chefs, what's up? Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we'll be making some great GingerSnap cookies. So the first big ingredient we'll need is some flour. 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then, starting with our spices, because there are a lot of spices in GingerSnap cookies. It's not just ginger. It has a lot of cool different spices. You can add a different spice if you would like. So the first 2 spices, see, right here I have 1 teaspoon baking soda and 2 teaspoons cinnamon. I'll show you that. Right here I have 1 teaspoon ground cloves and 1/4 teaspoon salt to give it a salty flavor. And then right here I have a 1/2 teaspoon nutmeg and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger because it's a GingerSnap cookie. So, right here, I have a bigger bowl. It's about a medium-sized glass bowl. Before we put our ingredients into that, I have a sifter with me. You can use a sieve if you need to and you don't have a sifter. It's basically to get all of the big chunks of your seasonings and your flour out. So I'm gonna start by adding the flour, and then we're gonna mix it up a little. Just go like this. And it's gonna take you a while, so just use. Wow, that's a lot of hard work you've been doing. So I'm just getting the last bit out. Can you see all the colors? I bet you can't because you're making it. And we're gonna set this aside for later. Then we're gonna go to our mixer. Oh, and one tip, when you're putting your sifter down, don't put it on the table. Get your glass bowl with your flour or your bowl with your flour. Just put your sifter in there or your sieve over it. So. Now that we're at our mixer, we have taken our paddle out. I can see you through it. Okay, now we've taken our paddle out. We have 1 cup of dark brown sugar. Make sure it's dark because it's gonna have more brown sugar flavor in our mixer. And then we have oil for this recipe. It's usually butter or, I forgot what this is. It's a harder oil. Like a hard substance oil, but we have 1/4 cup of oil. I'm just gonna pour that right in. And then for molasses, that's what you use for molasses. Right here I have 1/3 cup of molasses, and I sprayed it with some cooking spray. You can also do butter. And see the cooking spray, it's not very see-through anymore because molasses is very sticky and you don't want it to stick to your container. So I'm gonna pour it in. My spatula, I'm gonna, like a bendable spatula, I'm going to scrape it down. Done with my molasses. I'm gonna let this beat for about 5 minutes. Make sure to add your paddle back in and on medium speed for 5 minutes. If you're a child, make sure to have parent guidance. So, make sure to check that mixer, and here's one tip. Turn it on low speed before starting it at medium for your 5 minutes. So, now it's been mixing for 5 minutes, and if it doesn't look right, it's just because it's the sweet ingredients. Now I've grabbed my dry mixture. Remember the spoon we used? You can use the back to stir it up. Make sure not to do it too fast because you don't want it to poof. Pour it all in. And I'm gonna add 1 room temperature egg. Hey look, I accidentally added my egg and my flour together, which meant the flour absorbed the egg. So off camera, I made a second batch of cookie dough. I will show you at the end how they both turned out comparing. Goodbye. When you add your egg in, make sure sure to have it on low speed while you're adding it in and mix it for 1 minute. Remember, I put it in the wrong time, so this is how you're supposed to do it. And it should look much more glossy. I'll show you when it's done. Oh my God, come look. See how glossy it is? Now we can add our flour mixture in on low speed for 1 minute, and we're gonna gently pour it in, okay? So I'm taking 1 scoop and I'm adding it in. I'm giving a little push. Sorry about my sister. So we're gonna add all our flour in, and then we're gonna keep it mixing on low speed for about 2 minutes until it's all well incorporated and it feels like a dough. Okay, so now that we've finished both batters, which is this one, which is the one where we put the egg in wrong, and then this one, put the egg in right. Can you already see a difference? They're heavy. The main difference is that this one is much harder because the flour soaked up all of the egg's moisture, and this is much softer and easier to roll. For rolling our cookies out, I have a little bit of sugar, granulated sugar. And I'm going to put it in the oven, which I will show you, but I'm having my oven preheated to 350 for these to cook, and make sure to space them out, maybe 3 on the top layer, if that's good. So before you roll the balls, remember you want to sort of measure them out. You want it about 1 3/4 inches, and then we're going to lightly press so it looks like this. So now we're at our preheated oven at 350 degrees. We are going to get our gloves and open it. So just let me change my view to show you. Okay, now that I'm done with you, let's open it up. Now you want to set a timer for 12 minutes and let it bake. Actually, not 12 minutes, 13 just to be exact. So they look very, very beautiful. They spread out and cracked on the surface, which is good, what you want. So I'm going to let them sit for 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'm going to transfer it to a wire rack. And I'm going to let it wait then for 16 minutes, and then I'll be taste testing with you. See you when they're done drying. Not drying, setting. So, as you can see, they're done. The crispier ones are the thinner ones, and then the more puffed up, so I'm gonna try the crispier one. And these are very gushy inside. It's more chewy, and it's crispier on the outside, but it's still really good. Okay, so this is the one that we cooked the right way. It's a much lighter color on the top. And it's less crunchy on the outside. So that's one of the big differences between them. Oh, they're so good. And make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Bye! Wait. And by the way, the most important thing,